I was just on one of those terrible debate panels, and it turned out terrible. Here's what happened. So we were talking about something fascism, I believe. And I'd asked the host a little while before if they were using AI to generate their answers, because I noticed that they were generating a fully formed sentence of information that seemingly was referring to sources of many different sources. And it tipped me off a while ago when he was trying to provide sources from information about environmental work. And I believed him. And then when we got on the topic of fascism, the host, who I'll tag, admitted that he was actually not pulling from AI Google, but he was pulling from his own AI. And so I got on the topic of how AI is not a credible source. And that upset him very much. He could not stand for it. He said, "I'm gonna put my foot down." But seriously, he got really upset. He got really defensive and really emotional real quick. But funny, because obviously they immediately tried to claim that I was being emotional when I was actually just trying to explain to them the way and the logic in which AI functions, which is inaccurate and not perfect. And they misconstrued what I said to them, and then they kicked me from the panel and tried to censor me, and then do a machismo bit where they're like, "You get down from my panel." It was really to be expected. Like, bottom of the barrel, mediocre white guy stuff. Anyway, a new friend of mine that I met, which is why I was in this debate, they asked me, "Isn't all AI biased to its creator?" And I said, "It's complicated, but I talk about it at length in my 5th chapter of my new book. My whole entire argument is that human biases are built into all types of education and therefore all types of technology. The problem isn't that biases exist, and that's where they didn't understand me. The problem is that biases are passed off as neutral and objective, and the host is sharing AI-generated content as if it is a fact, when AI is known to make up sources and information. It will make up citations. It will make up sources. It will make up statistics. It will make up information. But because it challenged their entire idea of where they get information from for their show, they couldn't handle what I told them. And it shows their weakness and ignorance of the ways that they are relying on technology as if it is an objective source. Even if they admitted that humans are also biased, I fucking know that. It doesn't change what I said. If the host actually doesn't know anything about a topic, he can just say that instead of referring to an amalgamation of information that may or may not be correct. Because again, he's treating it as if it is fact-checking what other people say, and it's not. I pointed out multiple instances in which the fact check was incorrect, and then they repeatedly tried to challenge it as if because their AI says that it's not wrong, then they just fucking stood on it because they have nothing else to stand on. So instead, he became incredibly defensive and tried to censor me completely, which is very telling.